question.
Thank you, Lascar and Corley. This is very similar to a previous priority question, so I don't intend to press the issue. But if I can take the opportunity to raise a related point, you did say in your earlier answer, Minister, that there were evolving issues that could result in downward pressure on corporation tax receipts and other issues that could result in receipts getting even stronger. Can I ask you, in relation to Commissioner Moscovici's remarks during the week that Ireland and other headstrong states, as he referred to us, prevented the digital tax proposals from coming into effect, your reaction to that, and can you confirm that it remains the government position the taxation decisions should require unanimity and that we do not support moving to qualified majority voting in respect of corporation tax, which could have an impact on receipts?
Minister. In relation to your final question there, Deputy, before I refer back to the comment that you made there, yes, my position is unchanged in relation to how taxation decisions are made within the European Union, and I have been at the forefront of making this case now over the last 18 months. What is different, Deputy, now is the growing number of countries who feel the same way regarding how taxation decisions are made and are aware of the need now for that case to be made, in addition to countries like Ireland who have been involved in making that case now for quite a while. In relation to Deputy Commissioner Moscovici's description of Ireland, and I suppose me of being headstrong, I have been defending our national interest in relation to this issue now over the last year and a half. I believe there will be change in how the digital economy is taxed. I believe that will happen. I believe Ireland needs to be part of that journey, and I think we have to be constructive in relation to it. But the safest way in which that can happen is on a global basis through the OECD. And I repeat to you what I have said before and in other fora, that if Europe goes down its own path in relation to this, there will be consequences that I am concerned that Ireland will be at the very fore of experiencing. And we should do instead what we have done in relation to the BEPS process, which is be willing to make change that at times can have consequences for us, but do it in a way that's coordinated with other global partners and in a way that tries to minimise a trade risk. And that is the journey, I believe, that is safest for Ireland to be on.
Thank you for that, Minister. Can you give a comment on recent reports that the OECD is moving ahead perhaps faster than had been expected in relation to its own proposals around taxing the digital economy? I know that Paschal Santaman has made some remarks and it has certainly been reported that OECD plans are more advanced than perhaps we had understood them to be. So can you confirm from the point of view of your department and your officials, have they been involved in an intensive way in recent weeks and recent months at the OECD level in working on these proposals? And if you can provide an update to us as to where that stands. And are you expecting the OECD to bring forward fleshed out proposals in this space sooner rather than later?
The timeline that the OECD are now meeting is a revised timeline that was put in place last year. What happened last year, Deputy, and you may recall this, it was in the aftermath of an informal meeting of European finance ministers that happened, I believe, last summer. At that meeting, the OECD committed to revised timelines there, in which they said that they would look to pursue this work in what they call an inclusive format and look to publish a roadmap across this year. Those revised timelines, I believe, will be met. My officials have been participating in these discussions over the last number of weeks, and I believe what is likely to happen is we'll see the OECD begin to publish different options regarding how they believe this issue can be progressed. But there are many different views within the OECD on how this issue can be dealt with.